Within this lecture, we're going to integrate Firebase with our own project. And in order to do that, of course, we're going to create the project first of all. So I'm going to open my Android Studio, okay? And I'm going to create an empty project and we're going to do everything from scratch together. So make sure you open your Android Studio and make sure you open a new Android Studio project. So of course you could have used my codes in GitHub as well, but it's important that you understand the structure of this app so that we will do it together and you will have an understanding of how apps like this are built from scratch. Okay? And even if you're not an Android developer, if you're looking to be a mobile ethical hacker, I suggest you learn these things and I suggest you just improve your Android development skills. So I'm going to come over here after choosing empty activity and name my application Secure Tweet app. It doesn't have to be necessarily as the same as we have chosen in Firebase app, okay? So I'm going to use this and I'm going to use this package name. So this is what we're going to give Firebase, okay? So make sure this is not followed by com.example but com.yourname. I'm going to choose minimum API level of 23. As I said before, it doesn't really matter at this point. You can go for the latest version, but I'm gonna go for 23 because it's kind of a habit for me. And I'm going to choose Java as the language. Then I'm going to say finish and my project will be created. Great. And next thing that we're going to do is to integrate Firebase into our project. And then after we do that, we're going to copy and paste everything from my GitHub account so that we will have a working Firebase app, like a Twitter app, okay? So here you go. I believe it's ready for us right now. Let me try to open. Yep, it's already open for me. And I can see my package name from here. Okay, this is what we need in order to give to the Firebase over here. So I'm going to copy and paste this. And for nickname, this is optional, but you can just write the same thing like project name over here. I'm gonna call this Security with app, and then later on I'm gonna register my app. So make sure you copy your own package name rather than mine, because I believe it has to be unique, and if you chose mine then it will give you an error. Next thing, it asks you to download a configuration file. This is very important. If you don't do this step, then your Android Studio project will not be connected to your Firebase project. So this is the file that lets us connect our project to the Firebase server, and it has the configuration file, like it has the usernames and keys and passwords and hashes and stuff. In order to make it work, you have to click on this download Google Services JSON and it will download the file for you. And after it's completed, you're gonna have to change the view of your project like this. So this is Android view by default, and then you're gonna have to switch it to project view so that you can see all the files and folders and make it into the right place like this. So go to project view and open your app, not this one, open your app folder. So this is where you should put it into. And of course you can see the right place from the documentation as well. So I'm gonna find my Google Services JSON file, and I believe it's not over here even though I have downloaded it. So let me come back to my Safari and let's see if we managed to download it. Yep, it's timed out for some reason. Let me try one more time, and here you go. Now I believe it's over there. So let me open it, And here you go, Google Services.json. It has to be exactly the same name. Don't change this name, Google Services.json. And it's in the app folder, just say OK. So if it's named something else, for example, Google Services JSON 2, then it won't work. Make sure it has the same name. It has the original name like this, Google Services JSON. So over here, you can just say reveal in Finder or reveal in Windows folders, so that you can just drag and drop your Google Services file over here as well. This is an alternative if dragging and dropping doesn't work for you. But most of the time dragging and dropping will work, so you won't need it. But if you need it, you can open your Secure Tweet app from your files and folders and bring it in. So this is what we needed to do. So I'm gonna switch back to Android View, and this is done. So I'm gonna say next, and it will ask me to add the SDKs. So these are software development kits that I was talking about. So this is what is great about Firebase. It lets us communicate with our Firebase server through our code. We will write Firebase code inside of our Android Studio thanks to this Firebase SDKs. And in order to download them to our project, we're going to use build.gradle. Remember, we use build.gradle to specify the dependencies and libraries that we're going to use inside of our project. So this is one of them. And there are two build.gradles, one of which is project level and the other one is app level. We generally use app level build.gradle, but in this case it asks us to use project level and build.app level together. So make sure you find both of these files and make sure you edit them. So first we're going to start with project level. So I'm going to show you where it is located. It's under Gradle scripts, and the first one is project like this. Just double click on this, okay, and open it. And there are some things that we need to check for. For example, first of all, it says that check that you have Google in your repositories. And as you can see, I have Google over here. So if you don't have it, just write Google with parentheses, and under dependencies you have to copy this line from here, class path, and paste it under your regular class path like this, okay? And after that, again, we have another repository section where we should add Google, and it's already over there for me. So this is for the project level build.gradle, and we are done. Now we're back to the app level. So let's go to the app level, and here we have apply plugin like this over here, okay? So as you can see, I already have it. So under dependencies, we should add for new SDKs, and we're going to see how to do that, okay, with the following lecture. But at the end of the line, at the end of the bottom of this file, we're going to copy and paste this as well. So this is what we need to do in order to be ready for Firebase. But of course, we're going to have to bring in some additional dependencies for this as suggested in the documentation. So we're going to see how it's done in the next lecture.